Hello guys, this is Amol Khedkar. I welcome you to this video. Today I'll be talking about the article that you see on your screen which says how Asia's richest man is trying to build the next global tech giant. This is from CNN Business dated May 20, 2020. Before we get started, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel as I upload these kind of fast changing geopolitical and world economy news on a daily basis. You really don't want to miss out on any of this, okay? Please don't forget to subscribe. So this is written from Hong Kong, and it says that Mukesh Ambani wants to build the next global technology company, and if he plays his cards right, his mobile carrier and technology juggernaut, Geo platforms could soon hold rank alongside the likes of Google, Amazon, Alibaba, and Tencent. This is not a surprise, okay? Geo has been on a roller coaster ride for a long time now. I've made videos about this where I say that Geo Facebook deal shows the power of India, and many other venture capitalist firms have invested into Geo recently. So definitely Reliance is poised to become the next global technology juggernaut alongside all of these people. So I've also made a video about where I discuss whether Google Meet and Geo Meet, how exactly these two apps will compare and whether they will be able to compete with Zoom. So don't forget to check all those videos out. And they are also comparing Reliance with Alibaba. Alibaba is the Chinese giant, okay, which literally has like an Alipay app, which is a super app. Okay, you can literally do everything with that app. Okay, yeah, if you just download that one app, you can absolutely just run your entire life with that app in China. Okay, so Alibaba is really a technology juggernaut. Same thing with Amazon, Google, Tencent as well. Tencent is a very big company that is like called as the Amazon of China. Okay, so both all these four companies are technology juggernauts, and Reliance Jio is also trying to become that. Jio platforms already has an ecosystem of apps which feature everything from online grocery shopping to video streaming. Look at this. It has an ecosystem of apps which feature everything from online grocery shopping. I've made a video about this, okay, like the Reliance JioMart that is being launched in India. Please check out that video, to video streaming. So video streaming definitely, like the Jio Meet app that it serves to the 388 million people subscribed through the Reliance Jio network in India. Okay, 388 million people are subscribed to the Reliance Jio mobile network in India. Just to give you a background, 388 million is more than the entire population of America. Okay, just let that sink in for a moment. Okay, people don't understand how big India is, right? So the population of America is around, I think, 350 to 370 million, right? So 388 million is even bigger than the entire population of America. That's how many people are connected with Geo for Reliance. Okay, so definitely Reliance is just going to be the next juggernaut. Now Asia's richest man is getting even more ambitious. In the span of a few weeks, he has amassed a 9 billion war chest from Facebook and a clutch of A-list American investors to fuel the next phase of his domination of India's internet, the fastest growing in the world. Look at this. India's internet is the fastest growing in the world. No doubt that this will be an Indian century. I've made videos about this. Okay, I have a playlist in my channel where which is titled as Indian Century, and I discuss all the articles that I have been through, and why I think this will definitely be an Indian century, and why India is poised to become the next technology superpower. Okay, Ambani definitely wants Geo platforms to be more than just a telecom company. Okay, he wants the Geo platforms to be more than just a telecom company. They want to be the next Google or Tencent of India, said Wiley Fennyhog, an analyst with PitchBook. Definitely, they want to just encompass the entire ecosystem. They just want to be like a one-stop shop for everything in India. The ultimate goal, according to Counterpoint research analyst Tarun Pathak, is to become everything to every Indian and build an indispensable platform for the country's hundreds of millions of internet consumers. Right? Absolutely true. Like this will be a one-stop shop. This will be like is to become everything to every Indian. Right? So you just download one app of from Geo, and you can literally do everything with it, like literally from taking online classes to video conferencing to grocery shopping to get booking doctor's appointments, waiting for a doctor's appointment. No kidding, these are literally the things that are in process for Geo. I have made a video about this, okay, where Geo is literally going all in, and they are just trying to just encompass the entire market, entire internet market. Okay, building a new kind of tech giant. Under Ambani's leadership, Reliance Industries has grown from an oil and energy company into a sprawling conglomerate that includes retail shops, a mobile and broadband carrier, digital platforms, and more. So, as you know, Reliance Industries started from oil and gas, right? Oil and energy, right? So, that was their main focus. But now they have, become like a sprawling conglomerate that includes retail shops. There are Reliance Fresh shops everywhere in India, right? There are also many other companies that Reliance has its stake in, right? Then a mobile and broadband carrier. Obviously, Jio is the biggest mobile broadband carrier in the entire of India. Okay, digital platforms and more. But to take his plans to the next level, Ambani needed buy-in from Silicon Valley. Hence, his 5.7 billion partnership with Facebook and its global messaging service WhatsApp. When the deal was announced last month, the scale of his ambition was clear. This winning recipe will be extended to serve other key stakeholders of Indian society. Ambani said, our kisans, like small agricultural workers, okay, our small and medium enterprises, MSMEs, our students and teachers, our healthcare providers. So literally, they're just encompassing everything. Look at this: students and teachers, healthcare providers, SMEs, and kisans, like the farmers, right? So Geo Digital Life. These are the kind of stores that they are launching all over India. Okay, this will be like a, one go thing for everybody in India. Okay, so this app will serve like everything for every Indian. The deal, which is still awaiting regulatory approval, signaled that Ambani and Facebook are trying to create some sort of platform where you can do everything from mobile banking to messaging to your social media to everything basically built into just one platform. Okay, according to Fanny Ho, in other words, a version of Tencent's wildly popular WeChat service in China, right? So Tencent also has a WeChat service in China, okay, with which you can literally do everything. Same thing with Alipay. Okay, Alibaba has a service called Alipay, and Tencent, which is called as the Amazon of China, it has something called WeChat, as we have WhatsApp in India, right? So they are just gearing towards becoming that kind of ecosystem of apps. Unlike Tencent, though, Geo Platforms also has a massive mobile network that it can rely on to build a base of customers, right? So Tencent is an Amazon sort of company. Okay, it's like an online shopping sort of company. But Geo Platforms already has a base, right? So they can just give a much more incentive to people who already have the Geo SIM card, and they can build on that. So it's a much easier strategy for Reliance Geo than it was for Tencent. We have seen the e-commerce, content, cloud, tech companies replacing traditional telcos, said Pathak, right? He pointed to Rakuten. Rakuten is the Japanese internet giant, okay? Japan, an e-commerce company that is now working to build a 5G network, and to US mobile carriers who are becoming content houses as the number of cord-cutting Americans grows. So cord-cutting Americans, what does cord-cutting Americans mean? So cord-cutting Americans in the sense like people are switching off their landline phones, right? People are switching off their television connections. They are cutting off their cable connections. So these are called like the cord cutting Americans grows. Okay, so cord cutting in a sense like any sort of cord that people try to that goes into their house, like internet routers, right? So you still need a cord to come into your house. Then what else? Like you need a cable connection, you need telephone connection, right? So people are just cutting all those cords because all of that can just be done by from an app right now. So that's why companies like Rakuten in Japan, or Facebook or Google in the US. Then there are many companies, even they are trying to capture the market in Europe, right? Then Tencent in China, Alipay in China. All these companies are just increasing the number of cord cutters. So cord cutters are just the people that are going completely online. They don't want any cords into their house. Eventually, you can't just sell data, right? It will be much more on top of it. Like data is just absolutely free in India at this point, right? I mean, it's just so cheap that you can buy data more easily than you can buy grocery in India. That's how cheap it is, right? So look at this. Eventually you can't just sell data. You cannot sell data for a long time because data is just practically free. Okay, it will be much more on top of it, so you will have to build something on top of it in order to monetize it. Okay, Facebook has pushed back on the idea that it is helping Ambani build a super app by noting that the two companies will continue to operate separately in India with their own services. So Facebook is saying that they are not helping Ambani to build a super app. But to be honest with you, Facebook is investing into India because of its own self-interest. I mean, Facebook just wants to encash on the huge Indian market and a huge Indian subscriber base for WhatsApp, and that's why it is trying to collaborate with Reliance in order to create like a super app. Super app, as I said, is like a WeChat in which you can do almost everything. Okay. Instead, the two companies are providing enabling blocks for small businesses to come online, that then allows many other companies to ride on that. Okay. So what Facebook is saying is it is enabling blocks for small businesses, the SMEs, to come online. Okay. And then that allows many other companies to ride on that. Okay. So all of these they are saying because Facebook just doesn't want to sound very optimistic about Reliance future, right? Because it's all based on competition at this point, right? Facebook is also a very big juggernaut, and Reliance is also a very big company, right? But even that level of collaboration gives Ambani a great deal of clout in India, allowing him to find new customers by offering online services and digital tools that Indians are clamoring for. Indians are clamoring for. Okay, Indians are literally, so hungry for data and hungry for new information that they are literally offering Reliance. Even if Reliance offers online services and digital tools, many Indians will just grab them as if there's no tomorrow. Okay, because India is literally going through like a digital transformation at this point. No kidding, this is a very, very important and significant thing in the world markets right now. Grocery is a step towards domination. Look at this. Online grocery shopping is the partnership's first target, right? Grocery is 70% of the Indian retail market. 70% of the Indian retail market is grocery. Imagine this, according to Bernstein. And more than 90% of the market is unorganized and driven by small neighborhood mom and pop shops known as Kirana stores in India. If you have lived in India and if you have visited India, you must know what a Kirana store is, right? So Kirana store is just like a unorganized mom and pop shop that is that is just down the lane, that is just down the road. Okay, and 90% of the market is into it. Okay, imagine this. So Reliance recently launched the Reliance GeoMart, which is a way for making this unorganized market much more organized. Okay, so that's why Facebook and Geo have joined hands to launch Reliance GeoMart, and now they are just that I think I have made detailed analysis video of that as well, where I discuss whether the GeoMart can succeed in India or not. I provide the pluses and minuses, so don't forget to check that video out as well. The overall retail market is expected to double in size from 676 billion in 2018 to nearly 1.3 trillion by 2025, according to Bernstein. Look at this, right? The overall retail market is expected to double in size from 676 billion in 2018 to nearly 1.3 trillion by 2025. Okay, these are the statistics from a very well known analytics agency. Okay, I am not taking these kind of things out of from the sky. Okay, so look at this. When I say that this will be an Indian century and why India is undergoing a huge demographic transformation, I am not the only one. Look at this. The retail market size is expected to double literally in just like 5 years from now. Okay, this kind of thing can never happen in Canada or America or in any other country. You're not in Europe, not in Brazil, not in Mexico. Maybe it can happen in China, but China has already gone past that phase now. Okay, China is already a declining population sort of country. Okay, so this can only happen in India, only in India, nowhere else in the entire world. India's online grocery market is small by comparison, worth around 3 billion this year. So online grocery market is pretty small because, as I said, most of it is included in the unorganized sector, right? But the firm said that the number is growing fast as the pandemic is quickly changing people's shopping habits. Definitely true, right? I mean, there are many stores that are completely closed in India. That's why people are just trying to buy something online. That's why the pandemic is quickly changing people's shopping habits, and that's why online grocery shopping is gaining a whole lot of foothold in India nowadays. When GeoMart launched late last year, it set a goal of convincing 30 million small shops to do business on the platform. So GeoMart, I have made a video about this. Please don't forget to check it out. Okay, yeah, I do a very detailed analysis of GeoMart in that video. Launched late last year, set a goal of convincing 30 million small shops to do business on the platform. 30 million small shops. Imagine this. There will not be this many small shops in the entire of America. Okay. The COVID-19 pandemic and the accompanying lockdown in India have accelerated the need to get kiranas online fast. Kiranas are the grocery, okay, if you don't know. WhatsApp will be instrumental in making that happen because more than 400 million Indians already use it as their main messaging app and often text businesses directly to buy goods and ask about products and services. So there are many people in India that use WhatsApp. Okay, 400 million Indians. Look at this. Again, I will reiterate this. This is more than the entire population of America. Okay, which are the three most populous countries in the entire world? China, India, and America. Right. So India, if there are more people that use WhatsApp in India than the entire population of America. Just imagine this, okay? This is how big India is, okay? So right now, people use WhatsApp to buy goods or ask about products and services to the local kirana stores. So they can just use the same WhatsApp platform for many other things. So that's why Facebook and Jio are joining hands into it. JioMart and WhatsApp are going to make life complicated for Amazon and Walmart owned Flipkart, right? Definitely true. JioMart and WhatsApp, so like Reliance and Facebook, are going to make life complicated for Amazon. Definitely true. Amazon is a technological juggernaut. Okay, it has complete monopoly over online shopping. And recently Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon, had come to India at the start of this year, and he had literally joined hands and said namaste to many people in India, and he had specifically said that this will be an Indian century. Okay, so I am not the only one who just keeps on propping this idea about Indian century. Jeff Bezos had said that this will be an Indian century. Specifically, these were his words. Okay, look it up and you will find out. And Walmart owned Flipkart. So Flipkart was an Indian technology, the online shopping company that was, taken over by Walmart. Okay, so Amazon and Walmart are now competing for the Indian consumer market, but Reliance and Facebook are also, trying to get into it. And to be very honest with you, I have knowledge of the local Indian market, and even Reliance knows how local Indian market works, right? So India is a very different country. Okay, India does not have a single language for the entire of the country. Okay, there are many different languages for different states, different communities, and India is a very cultural country. Okay, so if you can appeal to people's emotions by cultural issues, you can definitely gain a very big market share, and Reliance can do that because Reliance knows the domain knowledge. Okay, Reliance has the domain knowledge. Reliance has been on the ground in India. Facebook or Amazon or Walmart do not have that kind of domain knowledge. Okay, they cannot start the marketing campaigns as Reliance can. So that is just my honest assessment. Because of this, lockdown has proven one thing, that Amazon and Flipkart are not equipped to deliver groceries in India in their current format. Okay, so look at this. So Amazon and Flipkart are not equipped to deliver groceries in India in their current format. Look at this, right? So both these companies are not into grocery format right now. That's why Facebook and Reliance are jumping into it, right? Flipkart shuts down and Amazon limits orders for 1.3 billion Indians under lockdown. Okay, so that was the experience of Sambit Mohanty, a 40-year-old sales and marketing executive. Worried about his elderly parents, Mohanty ordered basic essentials like tea leaves and soup for them on Amazon, but delivery took 10 days, right? On Amazon, delivery took 10 days. He was also unable to buy toys for his daughter on Amazon because it stopped taking orders for non-essential items, right? Now, Mohanty said he is returning back to local grocers, many of which do business on WhatsApp. Look at this. Many of the local grocers do business on WhatsApp. I've experienced this, right? I mean, you can literally just send a WhatsApp message to a local grocer, and he literally, sends you a boy to deliver you the groceries. Okay, look at this. I mean, it's very interesting to see how people do not even want to get into Amazon, but they just want to rely on the local grocers. Okay, it only takes a notice from the government, and Amazon puts a notice online saying that they won't deliver. He said, but the local kirana stores are always available, right? So it only takes a notice from the government, and then Amazon will just say that they are not going to deliver. And so they have a whole lot of bureaucracy and red tapeism involved into Amazon. Okay, but local kirana stores are not into it, right? They will just deliver you anytime, right? So literally, you can even specify the date and time with which in which you prefer the grocery to be delivered to your doorstep, and they will do it in that exact same time. That's how efficient they are. Okay, these are some disadvantages to relying on those shops. Okay, kiranas can have trouble keeping track of stock, since many owners record their inventory by writing items down in a book and crossing stuff out when it gets sold. Yeah, they are very unorganized. I understand that. Okay, there is no organization to the kirana stores. If JioMart can sign up the millions of kiranas it wants, while also organizing them and helping them keep track of their inventory, that could be a game changer. Definitely, that could be a game changer. Okay. Reliance also has the largest number of brick and mortar grocery stores in India, which could act as partner suppliers, right? So, brick and mortar grocery stores are the Reliance Fresh shops that are in India, right? So, they can just operate as a sort of partner suppliers. So, this is a very important thing. Reliance has a leverage over all the other companies in India, right? And that's why it can just, bank on that leverage and, grow as if there's no tomorrow. And that's why so many companies are investing into Reliance, okay? So, why do you think so many venture capitalistic firms in the Silicon Valley or Facebook just now, bought so much big stake in Reliance, right? In Reliance Geo. Why is that? Because, they see that, this is just going to become like the next big thing. Um, it will be easier to convince the mom and pop shops to join JioMart because WhatsApp is involved, so they won't have to download and learn how to use another app. True, right? WhatsApp literally is so prominent in India that even manual laborers that are working at construction sites, they know how to use WhatsApp. Okay, WhatsApp is very popular in India. Imagine this. Okay, so definitely JioMart, if it is launched on WhatsApp, it can be a game changer. Definitely true. Good for Ambani's bottom line. The recent fundraising spree is about more than fueling India's digital growth. Ambani also needs money to pay off Reliance Industries' ballooning debt, right? So look at this. There are also other implications to it. Ambani has said that he is going to make Reliance a debt-free company in the near future. Okay, that's why he is doing all of this. So the recent fundraising spree is more about fueling India's digital growth. So definitely it is going to fuel India's digital growth, but also Ambani needs to pay off Reliance Industries' ballooning debt. Reliance Industries has a big amount of debt because as I said, the main industry of Reliance was oil and gas, oil and energy. But I have made video about this where I say that oil prices are just negative at this point, right? So how do you sustain that kind of business in this kind of scenario, right? That's why Reliance just needs to diversify most of its businesses and just get rid of all of its debt. That's why Reliance is also issuing a sort of rights issue nowadays, right? I will also make another video about it where Reliance has started issuing rights issue for people who already have stocks of Reliance. Shortly after the Facebook deal was announced, Jio Platforms revealed three more big investments: 750 million from Silver Lake, 1.5 billion from Vista, and 870 million from General Atlantic. Right, so literally they have everything. Many companies are trying to invest into Reliance Jio. Okay, look at this is the Jio World Plaza. Okay, which is I think in Mumbai. In all, Ambani secured about 9 billion in less than 4 weeks. Ambani secured 9 billion in less than 4 weeks. Analysts say Ambani is under pressure to pay off debt, offset the massive declines he is experiencing in oil and other sectors, and prove the value of Jio platforms, right? So these are the three things that Ambani needs to do. He is under the pressure to pay off debt. Definitely, as I said, he has to do that. Offset the massive declines he is experiencing in oil and other sectors. Because oil prices have just literally gone negative, that's why he has to offset the declines and prove the value of Jio platforms. He also needs to prove that Jio platforms are really valuable. Okay, the billionaire said at a shareholders meeting last year that he wants Reliance Industries to become a zero net debt company by March 2021. As I just said, as of March 2020, Reliance had about 44 billion of debt on its books. Look at this, right? So Reliance is a very indebted company. Okay, that's why it just needs to get rid of all of its debt. Reliance also needs technology to shift from a petroleum and trading company to a software company, right? So as I said, the main business of Reliance is petroleum and trading, right? Like Reliance also did a whole lot of clothing apparel sort of thing, right? I think Raymond brand is of Reliance, right? So all of these companies, they are of very different sector, right? But Reliance is now starting to get into software and company, right? So they need like a technology shift. Okay, the pandemic has badly dented the oil business. Definitely true. Global oil demand has cratered because of sharp declines in transport, industrial, and commercial activity. There is likely more money coming Ambani's way. So more companies will start investing into Ambani's company. That's what they are speculating. Investors see the potential for the Indian version of WeChat and how many hundreds of billions of dollars that could be worth one day. Look at this, right? So investors are seeing that this can be an Indian version of WeChat, and Reliance is the only company that even has the capacity to do something like this. Okay, no other company can even rival Reliance, because if they want to create a sort of super app, that just enables people to do everything in their life, only Reliance can do that. Okay, being able to kind of get in on the ground floor of that is something that is really interesting to a lot of people, right? So many people are really trying to encash on this sort of digital transformation that India is going through, and the demographic shift that India is going through. Okay, last month Reliance Industries said it is ahead of the schedule and will achieve its zero debt target by the end of the year. Okay, so now they are saying that not by March 2021, but even even by the end of this year they will just completely get rid of all the debt that they have. Okay, so as I've said, like this will be an Indian century, and India is undergoing a whole sort of urbanization and demographic transition. That's why people are rooting for India and rooting for the big tech giants in India. Okay, so I'll stop talking here. If you like my analysis of this article, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. As it takes a whole lot of effort to bring these kind of videos to you. So I really would like if you would want to subscribe to my channel, and also like, share, and comment on this video. Have a good day. Bye bye.